All right, real quick, we're just going to try to get some thoughts here. It's early in the morning. I'm about halfway through, what is it? It's Across the Spider-Verse. Is that what I'm watching? Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm about an hour or so into it. Man, I'm so fucking conflicted, right? Because it's so good. Like, the animation's so good. It's so beautiful to look at. The acting is fucking phenomenal. For a cartoon, man, cartoons, I love cartoons, but most cartoons have terrible voice acting. Very few cartoons have good voice acting, in my opinion. This is all just fucking opinion. What does that fucking matter? Anyway, so like, I'm blown away by how good it is. At the same time, I keep getting hung up on a couple of things. The main one is just that I'm kind of bored. I'm a 45-year-old man, and even though I'm into Spider-Man and Adventure Time and fucking being a silly goofball, listening to a 15-year-old talk about 15-year-old problems, it just doesn't do anything for me. These family dynamic shit of like, whoa, my fucking mom and my dad. Of like, I haven't lived with my mom or my dad since the fucking 90s, man. I don't relate to this, and that's fine. It's not for me to relate to. It's for kids to relate to, so that's fine. I'm just saying why I don't particularly engage with it, because I don't particularly engage with stories about a teenager bitching about this stuff. It doesn't have much in common with my upbringing. And it's good, it's well told. I just don't find it very interesting. I find it pretty fucking boring, which is too bad because the visuals are so good and the actual like moment to moment character work is so good. It's too bad that the overall plot is just kind of lackluster and dull and doesn't really do much fucking for me. But there's another little thing. Now this is a weird criticism. This is just me. It's just me talking here. But like, I hate how everybody else represents how Spider-Man's powers work. I just fucking do. I love how it looked in the original comics, how Steve Ditko did it, but I feel like every other fucking artist and writer, it's this weird, like, I guess I just disagree with everybody. I don't think Spider-Man should be sticky, and it bugs me when I see Miles just like, he's sitting on a surface upside down, but he's just sitting on it. He's not clinging to it. And like me, I find it interesting to think that, like, you know, what does Miles weigh? Like 160 pounds, maybe, something like that. He's a small little kid. He's probably more like 130. Anyways, with his strength, you know, like he could lift 10 tons. So he's a soap bubble. He doesn't even feel it. He could just lightly hold on to a brick and his whole body would hang upside down on it. And I would love that. I would love to feel that sense of gravity. But when they do the thing that, like, no, his skin is all sticky, so if he just puts his butt, he can just sit on a thing and he doesn't actually have to hold on to it. That's a very, very minor thing. That's just something I notice when I'm watching it, and that's just a personal preference. That's how I like Spider-Man's powers to work. It's not how anybody else, any of the movies, any of the cartoons, it's not how anybody else does it. That's just a personal thing on me, so go fuck myself, you know? Like, you don't have to agree or listen to that, or I don't put much stock in my own opinion. But I do kind of wish the movie was a little more interesting and that I wasn't spending so much time being like, yeah, man, it must suck to be a fucking 15-year-old. Like, if this movie were about a 25-year-old Miles, yeah, right, and then he was like smoking weed and cursing and, you know, fucking doing shit like that, like fucking, whoa, man, then I'd be all fucking into it, watching Tarantino movies or fucking whatever. Classic me, right? Classic me. I'm always saying shit like that. I've been saying shit like that for the past 20 years. It's fucking nonsense. But Into the Spider-Verse, partway through it, I mean, it's beautiful. It's so well made. Every fucking frame of it is just fucking so gorgeous. It makes your heart ache. It makes me want to make stories. It makes me want to make an adult story that's told with the same beautiful graphics and the same intent. It's, you know, it's art that makes me want to make art. It doesn't satisfy me. It's not perfect. What the fuck did I see recently? That Blood Dragon remix thing on Netflix? That was some serious fucking shit, man. That's some serious fucking shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Across the Spider-Verse. So far, I'm halfway through it. I'm really enjoying it. But, yeah. We'll talk about this more when it's done. Anyways, it's just good to see y'all. I've been off mic off camera for almost like I don't know, half a year or so now. A bunch of shit was going on in my world and in my head. I didn't feel like doing this, but I did feel like doing this. I've wanted to fucking do this for ages, so it feels nice to be doing it again. We'll see if it feels nice to edit it and post it, but I'm having a good time. That is not the facial expression of somebody who's having a good time. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, I'm having a good fucking time.